What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Just the VJP in the house. Okay, right now I'm going to meet one of my friends, DJ. Go get some food and stuff. Anyway, see. Okay. Anyway, last night I went out to eat and what did I eat? I ate some. That's the council if you could see it. Walk Castle. Anyway, I went to get some food. One of my friends, this girl, one of my 12 years, 13 years ago exes, took me out to eat, and so we were just talking and stuff. And I asked her, I said, well, let's date again, because I'm always asking her, right? And she's always like, no. And I'm like, why? She said, because you're my friend. You're my friend. You're my friend. You're my friend. So yesterday I told her about the video that I made about women over 45 and Japanese women over 45 and sex, and she thought it was really interesting stuff. So we talked about that, and then I asked her, why doesn't she have a boyfriend? And she said it was kind of bothersome or troublesome, like when she want to see him and he can't see her, then she'll stress and stuff like that. And I laughed, and I said, well, that means you need a hobby. And she laughed. And then I asked her again, seriously, why don't you want to date me? She said, because we're friends. And I said, well, what's wrong with friends dating? And she said, oh, I don't know. I don't really want to date my friends. And I said, well, don't you want someone that you can talk to and express your thoughts to and, just talk about anything without that person getting upset? And she said, yeah. And I said, well, that's what a friend is. That's what I am. Every time you want to talk, I'm always there and stuff like that, I said, what's wrong? You don't, I forgot what I said. I said something about sex or something. It was funny. I forgot exactly what I said. She said, no, that's not it. It's just we're friends. And so I told her, I said, that's not even a problem. I said, the big problem is you don't think you're beautiful. And she was like, what do you mean? Because, I asked her yesterday, too. And I said, well, do you like your face? And she said, no. And I said, why? And she said she wanted her nose longer, like white people's nose and stuff. And I said, well, you're not white. Why would you want a white person's nose? I said, I know some Japanese people have long noses and some don't. Some have flat noses, wide noses, thin lips, big lips, and all that stuff. I said, you look good the way you are. And she said, nah, I think I want a longer nose. And I said, do you know what would happen if you had a longer nose? She said, what? I said, you probably have thinner lips and your face would be shaped a little different. I said, you won't even look anything what you look like now. And I said, you said, right now you're beautiful, but you don't know if you're going to be more beautiful or it's going to make you look, a little more unattractive. And she was like, well, I still want that. And I'm like, okay. And I said, that's your problem. You're just not happy with yourself. So every time we meet, I can say how beautiful you are as much as I want. But if you don't think you're beautiful, then, I might as well be talking to a wall because you're not going to hear it. And then even in your other boyfriends, you're thinking you're ugly and they might want to take you out because you're beautiful and that. And you always say, no, I'm not beautiful. I'm not beautiful. And I said, guys get tired of that after a while. And then not only that, but it's because you think that you're not beautiful when no one's around. Your boyfriend's not around, then you're going to be thinking about is he dating some other girl and stuff like that. And one of my students, she's 20 years old, and we had this conversation about two people going out on a date, and they end up staying in a hotel together. Anyway, that was the plan for them to stay in a hotel, not a love hotel, but just a regular hotel. And I asked her, I said, if you're walking with your boyfriend and he turned because I asked her, I said, are you beautiful? And she said, no, I don't think I am. And I said, why? She said, oh, I don't know. I just don't think I am. And I was like, okay. And then I told her the same thing. I said, as long as you keep thinking that you're not beautiful, you're going to have problems with your boyfriend. And she said, what do you mean? And I said, if you're walking on the street and your boyfriend looks at another girl who walks by and she's dressed real nice and he looks at her, what are you going to do? And she said, I'm going to get angry. And I'm like, why would you get angry? Because he's looking at other people. There's nothing wrong with that. She said, I don't know, I'm just going to get angry. And I said, well, think about it. Why would you get angry then, Or something like that. And I asked her, why would you get angry? She gave me an answer. I'm sorry. She gave me an answer. She said, because she's probably more beautiful than I am. And I'm like, see, that's the problem. That's probably 50, 70, 80% of the problem that most guys have with their girls, especially jealous girls, because they dating these women who don't even know that they're beautiful or don't even know what the concept of beauty is all about, And the 20-year-old girl, she was like, what do you mean? And I said, I'm handsome, but I know sometimes I don't, like when I'm on YouTube, like I'm talking to you now, like when I'm on YouTube and stuff, I don't dress up nice or anything, and and I don't look nice, and I get all these ugly comments and stuff, but I know how to use my words to draw a description of me within a person's mind that who I'm talking to. Like I could, like for instance, I can, I can go out with a girl, with a girl, and she probably think I'm nothing, and just going out with me because maybe she's bored and she thinks she's doing a public service, right? And we'll talk, but by the end of the day, because of the conversations that I had, and I know how people tend to react and stuff like that, then, she'll like, wow, you're a great person and this and that, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. First I'm ugly and now I'm a great person and you want to see me again and and but and so I know all of this stuff, so it's interesting. But the girl last night though, I said, that's your problem. I said, what you need to do is you need to really understand what beauty is. I said, as long as you keep thinking that you're not beautiful, you're never going to find a good guy. You're never going to be able to keep a guy because you're going to be too busy worrying about something, that's not even there. I said, because like I told her, I said, you got a pretty face, you got a nice body, you got a nice chest, everything's good. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you, And she was like, really, really? I said, yes. And I'm like, okay, let's date. She, no. I'm like, why? She said, I said, see? I said, it's okay, no problem. I said, I don't care. Because I told her, I'm only joking about dating her and stuff like that, because actually me and her are sexually incompatible. When we do have that consensual type of actions, it's very difficult for me to reach my climax with her. So I don't know why, but it's interesting. But it was just interesting. So I thought about that, and truthfully, what it is a lot of girls, I don't want to say girls, a lot of women, they tend to like the guys because of something that they see in a guy, and so they're attracted to it. And then if they do get this guy, not all of them, but quite a few think that they're ugly, so they have to instead of just being themselves, they have to put their boyfriends on lockdown to make sure some other girl don't, some other woman that's more beautiful more beautiful than she is won't take them away. That's why it's a fighting and the yelling and all of that stuff. It's just how can I say that, a security, like chains and stuff like that to keep guys bounded. And then the same thing about these guys, they'll probably end up getting these girls that are how can I say that? End up getting these girls that are beautiful, and the girl might think this guy is handsome, but if he mess around and he thinks that, hey, I'm not a handsome guy, but she's beautiful, and then she can say all kinds of positive things about this guy. And he'll like, no, you just lying to me, who you messing with, why you just saying that, you just saying that to make me feel good, all kinds of stuff, and, and it's just really a whole sad case, you know. And like even I had that like my wife, I tell her she's beautiful. Like today she was like, well, that's all you just think about is just sex and da 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 da. And I'm like, well, you know, before she stopped buying these video games and stuff, you know. I'll be working and she, you know, now that she got these video games, like she's just on the video games all the time. And I'm like, well, you're a beautiful woman, you know, and any guy who, if any guy is dating you or marrying you will always look at you and get turned on because of what he sees, you know. It ain't even whether he want to do it or not, it has nothing to do with that. It's just like, just look at her, you know. And she's like, but she don't think she looks attractive, you know. And it's interesting because even she'll say, like, I'll go out and she's like, well, you know, if you're gonna go out to a club, make sure you use some protection. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I know there's a lot of pretty girls out there look better than I am, and I know you can easily get them. Basically, what she's saying is like, I'm attractive and stuff, and they'll come to me. I'm like, oh my God, you tripping, you making up all this stuff in your head. So basically what it is if you're in a relationship though, and you having these problems, just ask your girl. Don't even say anything about my video or anything. Just ask her, do you think you're beautiful? And if she say no, I mean, her answer should be like, yes, of course I'm beautiful. You know, that should be her answer. But she's like, well, I don't think I am. I might be, you know. If it's not a definite 100% I am beautiful, then most of your problems is probably has to deal with her unwillingness to really believe what she see in the mirror, that, you know, she's attractive and stuff like that. And if you're a girl that happen to watch this and you have a guy, maybe it's the same thing. Just walk up to him and ask him, is he handsome? And, you know, that's it. Because, you know, even they say that statement, know thyself. You know, if you don't know, I mean, if you can't look in the mirror and to look at yourself and say, hey, you know, I'm handsome or I'm beautiful, then you're I mean, that's just basics. That's just the basics to even start to know yourself. If you can't just accept the fact that you are, you know, then right there it's gonna be probably 80% of your problems and stuff like that. You know, and a lot of people must work on that, do on that stuff. And I think we got into something else about emotion. I can't remember what it was, but that's it. You know, you talk to your mate or your husband or wife or dating or whoever you're with, and you just say, hey, are you beautiful? Are you handsome? And if they say no, bam, you know, you need to fix it. Try to fix it. If you can't, you know, if you're married, then you just stuck. But if you're dating and you can't fix it, get out of it before you get married, because, you know, no matter how much you love that person, it's not going to work out. You're going to end up breaking up anyway. And like I told my friend and I told my student, I said, you know, when I talk to girls and if I really want to get with them and stuff, I always ask them, are they beautiful? And if they say yes, you know, then we hit it off. And if they say no, then, you know, I just back off, you know, and regardless of how beautiful they are. And it's a trip. And then, you know, and another thing, you know, it's really sad because, you know, you got both these male and females who are like that, and they go after the ones that they think are handsome, but they don't give are beautiful, and they don't give that person a chance, and they express their thoughts about that person, but they don't give that person a chance to express their thoughts, or at least accept them because of the way they view themselves. And I'll tell you, you know, that is going to be the major downfall, you know, or the major situation that's going to break up your relationship, you know, because most guys, a lot of guys out there, they got these beautiful women, and they think they're not as handsome, and, you know, it just takes 25 push-ups every night, you know, in the morning, lunchtime, and whatever, you know, do a little exercise, even though I got a fat stomach, but you know, just do that little bit of stuff, and a lot of that stuff you'll fix yourself, you know. And but you do gotta understand that you are handsome and that you are beautiful, and there's nothing wrong with saying that. And beauty and all that beauty and stuff it has nothing to do with what you look like. It's your actions really that attracts people, or your words. Actually, it could be your words, number one. Then your actions. All right, I'm out. Peace.